All right, guys, I'm Scott. That's Michael. Today's video, we're going to be talking about home maintenance here at Lake of the Ozarks. And you are a homeowner, wherever you are, you already know that there is home maintenance that you have to deal with. You have costs and expenses and things that happen, obviously, with owning a property. And Lake of the Ozarks is no different. So we wanted to shoot a quick video, tell you kind of some of the normal standard stuff of home maintenance. But we also wanted to share maybe some expenses or some home maintenance ideas that you might not know about, but if you did purchase a lakefront home here, you're certainly gonna find out about. So to cover kind of some of the basics of home expenses, you're gonna have your standard kind of HVAC stuff. So your HVAC stuff when it comes to your heating and cooling. You're gonna wanna probably just do monthly maintenance stuff on that. We have guys, right, that'll come out, they'll service your furnace, they'll check your AC, kind of keep, it's like your oil change for a car, right? Like you gotta just do that stuff, because if you don't, and those units just obviously break or bust up, it's a big hefty like replacement cost. So the more you get in rhythm of just doing your basic maintenance on your HVAC, your heating and your cooling systems, it'll save you for like big costs down the road. So your HVAC, that's kind of like your normal system. Some of the things that are outside of what you would expect is the exterior kind of upkeep of your property, right? So understand that when you live here at Lake of the Ozarks, you don't live in a suburban big city kind of world. You are nestled into the Ozark mountain range. You're next to a big ass body of water. You're in a canopy of trees, and with all of that comes like gunk and bugs and just funk. So one of the things to get in rhythm of with that is power washing the exterior of your home, making sure the bug guy is set up to come out like every month, starting in like March, April at maybe the latest. But a home maintenance perspective, more here than I see obviously in Denver or where we live, is the exterior kind of power washing and cleaning of your property. Yeah,
so we tell our clients, whether they're a second homeowner, a short-term rental homeowner, or a full-time, a couple things should be on an annual maintenance, and you touched on one of them. So with your HVAC, we recommend that twice a year. Most of the HVAC companies down here will do that twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring. In fact, they called me on the way out here to your house today to do that, which is nice. The pressure washing is interesting because there's a couple phases to it. There's a phase to it of the house that gets a little mold and a little bit of mildew, a little bit of dirt and things on it, obviously with the weather being close to a lake, but also all of your walkways. So your walkways, your driveway, for some of those leaves that will sit, they stain, right? And so we try to, our recommendation is to do that twice a year. And you only need to do the decks and maybe the dock once a year. I typically recommend doing them in spring, that way they're ready to go for the season. And you get all that, some of that grime off of there, some of that mildew off of there, things you wouldn't think about in a normal suburban home.
Certainly don't power wash my Colorado home, but I definitely power wash this bad boy at least twice a year. So get it power wash, get it clean, as you said, right? You'll have some of the stuff on the concrete and the driveways around the property as well. So make sure you do that. Depending on where your home is here at the lake, whether you're in city limits and you're tapped into sewer and water there, or if you're outside city limits, you're on a septic. We're clearly on the 42, so we're not even anywhere close to city water. But one of the maintenance pieces that we have is the maintaining of our septic system, right? So that will just depend on how often you use your property. If this is a permanent move and you have a family or a big family and you're obviously using this as an owner-occupied home, you might want to service that septic a little bit more than if this is a second home, vacation home, rental property. Either way, right, we have the connections for you. You're gonna want to do that on a biannual basis, or depending again on the usage of your property, you're gonna have the maintenance of your septic system.
Yeah, absolutely. For most second homeowners, they may never have to do it, right? Because it isn't used enough, right? And for full-time people, their recommendation from the local septic company is about once every other year to every 3 years. We happen to do ours about every other year and have it serviced. It's more of a comfortability for me as an insurance policy than as anything else. But you're exactly right. That's the beauty of having that, not having that expense. Same with the well. right? So not being connected to city water and having a huge utility bill. I know we've done videos on affordability. The wells do need some form of maintenance at some point. So it's not an everyday thing. It's not even every year thing. It's kind of a periodic thing. But there is a pro and a con to that.
So it's interesting how we keep talking about some of the maintenance and upkeep of a property, and a lot of it is kind of coming back to outdoor stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And it's again because of where we're located and the nature and the woods and the water, but you can kind of, well, actually you can't see it at all in the video, but we are under a canopy of trees right now. And the majority of the properties, lakefront or off lake second tier, is like you're nestled again into the mountain range. So there's a massive amount of trees, like big trees. And this isn't a small tree lake, I guess, I don't know, but there are trees everywhere. Well, you can see them behind me, right? Look at that forest of trees back there. Like, so with an upkeep and maintenance is obviously, we're in the fall season right now, so all of these trees are going to shed their leaves. They're going to land on your property. You're going to want to clean that up. You're not going to want to let that sit there all winter. It's gunky, it's grimy, it rains. You're not going to want that. It's nasty. So a good rule of thumb is either A, just hire somebody to do it for you, and they can come in and they'll rake and blow all the leaves into a pile and they'll take care of it. If you want to do it on your own, you can kind of blow them into a pile somewhere on your property and you can burn the leaves. It is okay to do that. When you burn the leaves, you leave a big scar pile and it's nasty, and so you got to think through that. We burned the leaves for the first few years we were here, and then we realized we didn't like that burn scar. So now I just blow them from the top of the road down to the seawall or down to the bottom of the property, and this guy comes with the truck and a hose and he just sucks them all out, mulches them, and takes them away. But leaf cleanup is definitely a home maintenance thing you got to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. And depending upon how many trees you have, it could be, you do it in 2 phases potentially. The other thing, as we're sitting here talking, Scott, is yes, we have the trees. The one thing we haven't talked about yet is the tree maintenance of limbs touching the house. So that's, for us, our experience has been about every 4 years or so. There needs to be a little bit of tree maintenance of tree limbs, which is good for your roofs. That way the leaves aren't touching. If you did have a tree fall, the less chance of it hitting your house. But those are things that would be every 3 to 4 years, and those are minor maintenance items. And again, those aren't expensive, but you got to think through it.
Yeah, the outdoor element and how you have to maintain and clean, and even the gutters and stuff. Like, I'm literally looking at my house right now. Like, should probably clean that gutter section right there. Those are the majority of like the maintenance things that you're gonna have. Now, again, for sure, your interior stuff and the maintenance with your HVAC, your heating and cooling systems. You might have some plumbing things or some electrical stuff. You're gonna wanna basically kind of maintain the interior of your home, but a lot of the stuff comes on the exterior of the property. You know, we talk a lot about the property and the cleanup and the power washing and the bugs, right? But you're also gonna have the upkeep of your dock. Dock is another component to your property that you are going to have to maintain, and you're gonna power wash that and clean it. You're gonna have your bug guy spray that because you don't want a ton of bugs all over your boat every time you go to use it. You're gonna have the maintenance of your seawall and the things that you have to do to protect your seawall, the cables that are holding your dock together, the boards. The maintenance of your dock is just as important as like the maintenance of your home.
Yeah, absolutely. And though they're not, again, none of those things you're mentioning are expensive. No, they're just something you have to do.
You got to do.
And everything we're talking about, a homeowner could do on their own.
Totally.
Really.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, most people, at least I know I have. You know, I've got services that do that, but I have done them, and we were second homeowners. It was part of our rhythm in the fall. We would come down in the fall just like this when the lake was quiet, knock out a bunch of house projects, and then I would come back normally on a work trip in March and get the house ready for the season. Now that you live here, we can kind of navigate that as you're here full time. But yeah, there are, and all this stuff is not expensive. It's just things you got to think about when you buy a lake house.
And it's almost like fun maintenance. Like, I don't know, I think, you know, I got a backpack leaf blower. So like for me to blow all the leaves one day, and we kind of, again, all the maintenance is kind of done seasonally. So you gotta blow some leaves once in a while, okay, and oh, I get to break out the power washer and power wash my house. Okay, you could also hire all of these people. So if you are a hands-off and you have the means, like you could just have people do this for you. But you know, obviously getting down on the dock and doing things, like if you're choosing to live lake life because you love all the things lake life, like you probably don't have a problem going down and goofing around on your dock and spending time and cleaning things, and that's the protection. But it all kind of comes in seasons, right? You do a lot of things in the off season to prepare yourself for the summer season. Right, so as the weather's changing, you get into fall and you got to do the leaf cleanup and all the stuff. Cool, you're doing some seawall and some dock stuff, and then as spring rolls around, You're also just doing that cleanup and power washing and bug guide to get ready for the summer season. So those are just some of the things to think about, right? With interior home maintenance, those are normal. Most of you are already homeowners, so you understand what it's like to be a homeowner. But when you're a homeowner in a lakefront property, you're gonna have some of that exterior stuff that you might not think about.
Right, absolutely.
So again, just wanted to talk a little through those things. Obviously that might provoke more questions or things that you might have. We love hanging out back next to the water, shooting these videos. We say it all the time, but obviously we would love more to connect with you. So if you have questions or there's things that we can do to help you with being resourceful here at the lake, obviously we encourage you to call, text, email, reach out to us. Clearly we would love to host you when you come into town. Whatever you need when it comes to Lake of the Ozarks, we are here to help you. So reach out whenever you can. Till then, guys, we'll just see you on the next video. Bye.